Greetings, my friends. I am coming to make a video to celebrate the celebration of the full moon of Wesak, the celebration of this first moon of May. It is the Wesak is typically is known in cultural tradition as the day the Buddha was born, the day he received his enlightenment, and the day he departed the world. So every year in the valley of Wesak in the Himalayas, people gather to receive the Buddha. The Buddha comes back every year to look at how much the humanity has progressed. And right now, for a little while now, it's been, the Buddha and the Christ has unified their forces and energies. Those are the two most powerful teachers with Mohammed, the prophet of God, that really brought spirituality into the world. For there are many others, of course, thank God, but those are had a very important impact. And so when you call on the Buddha, you also have the Christ that is not far, and vice versa. And now it is for the next 14 days we are unlocking all kinds of old limitations and old fears that are being disconnected. For the universe is always seeking balance, because it's so vast. The energies of the universe are so vast, and everywhere there is an energy of balance. So we need to create that balance within ourselves, even if everybody will have to do that by themselves. And we have to learn to rely on immutable spiritual eternal laws rather than the society beliefs and how it works. Although we need to bring balance between the whole thing. So trust and faith are the currencies of the divine. So it's very much about, for me, I was worrying a lot about a lot of things, and maybe it was necessary for me to do that. But now I'm really turning back to faith in all kinds of little things. To be zen when you're on a high mountain, in a temple or monastery, and to enjoy the energies of nature on a high mountain, it's easier to be zen than if you're in the middle of a chaotic situation in society. So it's the same thing when you walk on a calm road in a beautiful day and on the road of your life, or when you're walking near a precipice in a storm. It is different. So I felt I was walking a little bit near a precipice and in a stormy weather. But now things are, the weather is coming down and the road is getting a bit larger, and that is coming also. We have to have faith, to put our faith in the abundance that God could provide, rather than the fear that the matrix is trying to push upon us. So the shift is happening within all consciousness, both individually, the great shift of consciousness, as well as within the collective. So it's important to remain centered in spirit, even if you receive a great blessing and you have it all and all the distractions of the world, to not forget your Creator, not to call on God only when you need it. And if you can include God in the positive moment of your life, it is always kind of nice. And because at the end, that's really what matters, is our spiritual connections. And so even when everything is fine, you can still do not forget your alignment and your stillness. And for we all seeking the righteousness of the kingdom of God, it's very important. And once we connect, I was blessed many times with connection to my Godhead and to the divine realm of spirit. And it's like there is no more problems. We realize it's all an illusion. We realize this is really only thing that we need and want is our connection to God. For a long time people had no connection to those planes, but except in near-death experience, maybe when they are exposed to the soul reality, but now, because of the extraordinary situation of the earth, the masters and the angels and the archangels have had special dispensation, so they can come closer. So you can call on them; they will come to assist. Although when yesterday I was like working on something, and I call on the Arcturian groups, and I say, well, maybe I should call on the Pleiadians groups, or maybe the Pleiadian Arcturian groups, or maybe I should also ask this ascended master, and maybe I should ask this archangel. And it's like, then I realized that when you are in doubt in terms of what is exactly the energy that you need in relationship to a connection that you seek, is to call on the source, to call on God, because it includes all. You're not missing when you're invoking God, you call on God, you're including all beings, and then your I am presence will guide you, will bring you, will connect you to the spirit that is more appropriate in relationship to your query. So it is so so, so so it is important to catch the fearful thoughts in order to return to faith, and the fearful thoughts of the ego. They might keep coming back. For it's like money was the tool of enslavement for humanity for a very long time, and now it's becoming the tool for liberation and freedom. So it is quite wonderful. There is a purification of all the monetary system that is ongoing. It is all ongoing already. The ascension, all of that, the illumination, all of that is an ongoing process. It's been happening, and it will continue to happen more and more. We need to learn to money need to be used in the service of God and life and the planet. For we're serving humanity. Spirit confirmed to me, my master guide came to me that said I'm doing great service to the planet, not just to humanity but to the planet. The planet is very important because it includes humanity, but not only. It includes all of the invisible realm as well as the animal, mineral and vegetal and so on. For when you touch wood, when you touch stones, you're connecting to the earth. Huh? So just think sometimes to just, if you cannot be too close to the earth, or like just holding a wood, a piece of wood or a crystal will connect you to the core of the earth. For all is orchestrated for very specific meetings and coming together of group souls, so we can advance soul that will meet at the right time to co-create together. And our spirit guides are very, very important. They're the divine beings that have accepted to guide us and protect us during this life, and they have a much clearer vision as far as the assessment of all situations. They see things a lot clearer from their station in life, and they also know us on the soul level. When we get when spirit communicate to us, we're getting a test of a potential. Eventually we'll settle in the higher planes. So it's very important to know what we want. If we don't know what you want, it is ask. You need to find out what will make you happy, what you're here for, what will give meaning and value into your life. So it is important. Half of the the process is to know what you want. The other half is to get it. But even to get it, the other half is there is half of the getting it is about the gratitude of knowing you're gonna receive it. That comes to faith once again. For it's like and the greatest knowledge, there is a key to knowledge, the knowledge that we do not know. It is to know that we do not know. It's the base of science. It's the base of philosophy. It's the base of wisdom. It was the basic philosophy and knowledge of Socrates. Socrates knew that he knew nothing. And so the Oracle of Delphi was like telling him, "You're the wisest man in Greece." And so it was like in the book of Plato, I've forgotten which ones, but I remember it was Socrates went into all around Greece to meet all of the scientific, the philosophers, the sophists, all those who possess great knowledge, to find out was there, and he was really looking for somebody with more wisdom. He was a humble man, and but then at the end he came back to the Oracle of Delphi, and Apollon told him the wisdom of mortal is so little that to know that you do not know makes you the wisest man in the land. For it's like the knowledge of God is so far above anything we can think or believe. The science of God, the creator of the universe. So it's like when we try to tune in to this frequency of love and light and wisdom that is the creator within us, the more we know that we do not know, the easier it will be to receive information and to align with the higher energies. For its and it's important to seek to balance out the energies between the divine functioning of the spirit and the human's functioning. The old wisdom is all about, there is all kinds of old wisdom on how to win in the game of life, in the program of duality, but in the unity field of the new wisdom, we already won. We just need to blend in and harmonize those two principles to keep the balance and seek to be an example into the world, and not be like Schopenhauer, who said, well, I respect all the philosophers and all that. They're all very, very important in the evolution of consciousness. But he was saying, I'm going to present to you the highest philosophy, but do not expect me to be an example of my own philosophy. I'm not capable of that. When the ascended master became embodied their own philosophies to become, we teach far more by example but than words. Our experience teaches more than words, and and keep an ethical attitude as much as possible. It's also very mysterious how the body reacts to certain salts. Sometimes it's like a chemical. There is so much chemical. Life is about biology, chemistry, and physics. Basically, that's what we experience. But within the chemical realm, there is so much that is going on within that's completely mysterious sometimes. For it's like I'm not talking about pharmacology to take product from the outside, but eventually our body will be able to synthesize by command what we need, like dopamine or serotonin or endorphin, dimethyltryptamine. The dopamine is like the reward of the efforts. Serotonin is the good feeling source, the good feeling energy of feeling whole within our body. The oxytocin is what the bond that connects us. The endorphin brings us joy and happiness. Those are very complex molecules. The endorphins, there are many of them. I may make a series of paintings about all those molecules, those happy molecules, and or dimethyltryptamine, which is the molecule that puts light and color in our dreams and connects us to the higher realms. For there is a lot of people are hooked on adrenaline. It's like when you go into a ride or you go see an horror movie that feeds you or all kinds of violence energy. Those feeds with adrenaline. A lot of people, I'm trying to. I have removed myself from the need to feed on adrenaline, although adrenaline is a very powerful chemical necessity within our body, because it will be the energy that will activate our light body, our kundalini energies will be flash of adrenaline. But we do not want we want to balance out the energy, and but the idea of having this inner pharmacy within ourselves and the ability to synthesize what we need when we need it, like if you have a physical pain, if you can release naturally some serotonin, you don't need to take pills or anything. You can and if you have physical pain or something, you can ask spirit for assistance. But sometimes it is better to ask an archangel to desensitize a nerve, rather than they recommend rather than taking comfort medicine. That being said, there is no rule, and there is places for pharmaceutical. But just what it is, sometimes it's like we have a thought, and there is a very strange reaction. Sometimes it's like a part of our body can feel ecstatic, or it's like, and it's all, but it's all very intelligent. It's all, so so that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. I hope you're having a good day. You're enjoying this time that is coming. As brand new energies that are coming in. And I'm going to pull a few cards. I thank you not to forget to subscribe. I thank you for your likes, for your sharing. Please let me know in your comments where you watching from. I'm always enjoy to see how far those videos reach. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for your donations. And if you want a private session or talk about art, you can send me an email. The card of the day is wisdom. It's very much about wisdom. Wisdom is unlimited. Only God possesses infinite wisdom. So there is always higher wisdom that we can learn. There is all sorts of wisdom. There's generational wisdom. There is wisdom that are associated with time and society. There are all kinds of wisdom: spiritual wisdom, physical wisdom, mental. There is all kinds of wisdom. Wisdom is an energy. The higher wisdom is an energy of God that goes through us, that traverses us. But seeking wisdom is applied knowledge in many ways. The higher wisdom is release. We're releasing all kinds of old blockages and limitations and fear that have been stuck within ourselves for quite a while, even unconsciously. What we need to understand is thriving, is prosperity. Focus on abundance and prosperity. What we need to do is to stand still, to stand within the unity of our, in the center of ourselves, to learn to always have this understanding of the stillness, the 0 point within ourselves, where all the creative function starts from. and the outcome is power. Power is the true power. Is only God has true powers, but it's a mix of love and wisdom. It's like true power, but all powers in the world are bestowed by the creator, but it's all illusionary if we're not aligned with the will of God. If we're not with the will of God, we are aligning with the eternal law. Otherwise the law will reflect the abuse of power, and there's a lot of abuse of power that have been going on a very long time on the planet, and all of that is about to come to the light. So just be at peace and trust and continue to follow your heart. Well, thank you very much, my friends. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.